What is going on, you guys? Danny here doing another breakdown. Today's breakdown, the fight we're going to be breaking down is Tyler Jones' pro debut. This pro debut was for LFA out in Arizona. Luckily, they actually put the fight on YouTube, so a lot of the students and people that follow Tyler's career are able to watch it pretty quickly. If of course they weren't watching it live or present at the fight. I'm going to go ahead and start it now and obviously just kind of get into it. Now, Tyler taking this fight against a guy who's from Arizona. He trains at the lab. A lot of great fighters, a lot of great coaches out of that gym. His opponent was undefeated at amateur, strong wrestling base. He brought a lot of great qualities. And a lot of things that he does well. His top game, like his ground and pound, his base. These are things that he does very well when he's on top. And because Tyler put himself in these positions during camp, Shark Tanked, and had people starting in scenarios that weren't advantageous for him, it really forced Tyler to work out of these positions and get more comfortable with them. Not to mention, Tyler is very cerebral in his approach, so he breaks things down prior to getting in there, whether it's grappling or MMA. And this is just, everything coming to fruition for Tyler, all the hard work that he put in his amateur career. And, you could see the focus and the intent in his eye. He wants to be in that cage. He wants to compete. And let's break it down. So here we go. Again, this is that traditional, I got to stop there. I want to make sure I get this in. This is that traditional orthodox fighter. Now, southpaws against orthodox, generally what we want to do is make sure that we're winning that lead hand, that lead foot battle. The other thing, too, is, this kid does a good job of shooting single legs and transitioning to doubles as well. Again, something that we prepared for, but he was able to execute. Now, if you notice here, Tyler's just kind of gauging that distance, getting a feel for this guy's reactions, putting things out there. The lead hand battle. Tyler's trying to play it. This guy wants to a little, but he's mostly just looking to throw, and that the intent is to set up the takedown. So here we go. You can see just the way that he backs up. He's not comfortable in the exchanges just yet, right? He's trying to get a gauge of Tyler. He's trying to get close with it, but it's clearly not working out because Tyler does such a good job of taking small steps. Now there's the entry. He goes single, double, now body lock. Now, when you lock, again, he does a great job of once he gets here, Tyler, hooks the leg. This actually helps his opponent out because now he can just take him right over this shelf, this knee. He's just going to go ahead and bring him right down on the mat. Now, again, if you guys notice, we're able to see that split second. When this guy gets the takedown, just watch what Tyler does with this left leg, right? Get there really quick. When he gets his takedown, right when they hit the ground, he gets right into a butterfly position. Why? He wants to elevate, he wants to create space. One thing that Tyler really broke down well from this was anytime someone goes butterflies, this person tends to want to stand up and get away. Tyler starts to look to engage butterflies. Sure enough, he goes to stand up because he wants to strike from here. And again, this is what he does well. When he's on top, he's throwing down bombs. And I know, Tyler can eat a few shots, but that first one was a good one. From there, Tyler's doing good things here. He's trying to attack off his back. He's trying to grab the ankles. And again, he's covering. Obviously, you want to make sure this head stays off the ground. It's not bouncing off the mat. But again, this is that range where I think a lot of people, especially jiu-jitsu guys, don't really know what to do if they're not training in that scenario. If someone is standing over you and they're throwing punches down at you, it's not really a position people train for in jiu-jitsu. If a guy tries to sit guard, you can't just outright start throwing bombs at him unless of course at jiu-jitsu. So this is a very important area to drill. And again, Tyler's trying to do the right things to create opportunities for himself, catch a submission, a sweep, or just get back up to his feet. And again, as he's here, you notice he's constantly looking butterfly so he can elevate. He's not just letting this guy kind of hang out in his guard. And the great thing about being able to put things in combination on the ground is once Tyler starts to attack for this arm, right, he's probably not going to get the arm, right? This kid's already on his feet. He's going to start pulling his arm out. But for him to do that, he had to bring his feet close. And, Tyler, as savvy as he is off his back, right when he saw that, look, immediately on that ankle. If we can just go back. So if you watch, when this kid pulls his arm out here, so he starts throwing the shots. Once he comes back down, right away, I mean, you talk about leaving your arm in there for a second. I mean, Tyler has two hands on it immediately. It's like when a little kid wants his blankie before bed. That's how Tyler's holding that arm right now. He's not giving that thing back. So he has that thing. Now, this kid, Alex, right away, get up. So he starts coming up. And as he starts to come up, look at that right foot. Now it's in position for Tyler to grab. So once this kid starts to actually get his arm out, right, you can see he doesn't have the angle to finish because he's going to start pushing down here with this frame. And as he pushes on this frame, it's going to help him release his arm. But once he does, Tyler's hand immediately goes behind the Achilles right on that ankle. Left foot pushing on the hip, right foot is back tripping back here. I mean, talk about a beautiful sweep. Right when this kid thought, oh, I'm safe, I'm getting out of this armbar, boom, he gets back swept. And once he does, Tyler is on him. Now look, kid does what he knows what to do, which is wrestling. He gets it up, he starts to put his head up, that way he's not getting put into a choke, starts going to go single leg. Tyler instinctively goes ahead and starts looking to tie him up. And again, when we get here, this is an area that we work, right? The framing, the head position, looking to get distance. Tyler now can start to pummel because of this frame. And once he starts to pummel, now it's also going to help him because now he can use that underhook once he gets this thing. Now look at this space. Framing, underhook, framing, underhook. Now that left knee is able to come up to the body, bam. And it's not to say like that's a finishing shot, but when you're in the clinch and you're not winning, you're not getting your takedown, you don't want to waste the energy, and then you start to get hit. You get hit to the body, hits the head, you're like, why am I going to stay here? So, of course, he breaks off. And again, I always tell the guys, throw on the brake. Throw on the brake, have something ready, because if that guy is still there, that girl is still there, you want to make sure you're sending him off with something. So that elbow just kind of let this kid know, hey, no, if you're in this clinch, you're probably going to get hit with something the longer you're here. Now, right away, Tyler fires this kick. This kid wanted a chance to breathe, take his time, get back to space, whatever. Bam, big head kick. And I don't care if he had that right hand up. Blocking a kick from Tyler with just one hand is not going to be enough. You're going to feel something. There's going to be some rattling going on in that brain. Now, once he stuns him with that left kick, now he's going to start pressing. And again, as he starts pressing, he's on him right away. And again, there's that battle, right? We're starting to play that battle. When we first started this fight, if you remember, he was starting to play the lead hand battle a little bit because he saw Tyler doing it, right? So if you watch Tyler, when Tyler actually does it, he does it right. And he gets his hand right in position. Oh, man, I wish I could. Let me do that again. Because you got to watch the celebration, too, with the mullet. So again, just kind of taking it back right here. Bam, fires the kick. Now watch that. Oh man, he's just so fast. If you guys can see this lead hand, am I just like technically? Watch this lead hand. Oh man. So nice every time you watch it again. So when he's playing this game, this lead hand is coming out. Notice this kid's lead hand instinctively starts to play that game. As he does though, Tyler grabs the hand, pulls it down. That's hand immobilization, So when I was posting that video about the 5 ways of attack, hand immobilization, this is a perfect example of that. He immobilizes this kid's lead hand. Now he just has his rear hand to defend. So as Tyler starts to engage, he only has this rear hand. and he was thinking straight, like a straight punch. He thought that cross was coming down the pipe. And as he thought that, Tyler just came around the guard and finds that shot. Follow-up shots probably weren't even necessary. I mean, that kid, he ate a big shot from Tyler. That was a very big shot. And again, it was set up just by technique, right? It's not like Tyler went out there and just brawled. I mean, that was probably the only punch Tyler really tried to land, and he landed it. So that's why when you talk about moments in time and training, you train for those small moments. Sometimes you spend a whole practice just trying to dial in 20 seconds of a fight, because again, it's an entire fight that we're focusing on. And again, when we're here, again, this kid's doing what he thinks he needs to do, which is circling. That lead hand battle starts to come out. Look at this lead hand. As it's coming out, this kid's bringing his lead hand out, and that just comes right around the guard. And again, I clearly have no idea how to pause and play, apparently on YouTube. But this referee knows how to jump in and stop a fight. So again, just kind of breaking this down. If you notice, look at this. Look at where the hands are. And look how bad my quality is on my computer. Because if you notice, that kid is trying to slip and parry at the same time. And all he has to do is just come right around with that left hand. I mean, talk about perfect placement. Again, it was a very successful debut for Tyler. I really envision a lot of the fights of his upcoming going the same way, because of the fact that he is as confident as he is in those other areas of his game to keep it on the feet now, and it's a place where he's comfortable and he wants to be. On top of that, though, it's because of the work that he's been putting in. He's been trusting the technique, trusting the process, listening to his coaches, and taking everything with a grain of salt. You got to make sure that you're adding tools that are necessary. And if you're starting to kind of learn different things that aren't applicable, you don't need them at that moment. But with the toolbox that Tyler has, I mean, he can really make some waves in this game, and he's still learning, he's still growing. When you see like where he started to where he is now, just huge leaps, and that's a testament to him, his training partners, and the people around him just kind of keeping him honest and working with him day in and day out to help him improve. So huge kudos to the people that have helped Tyler, especially the training partners at Intercept and all the guys that he cross trains with. I mean, without people like that, it's very hard to improve, to test yourself. And again, iron sharpens iron. Sometimes you gotta get in the trenches with your guys and really test each other. So that's where that improvement comes from. So amazing debut by Tyler. Couldn't have scripted any better. Took no damage. Got out of there within about 2 minutes. So congratulations to Tyler. So if you guys can, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to keep doing these when I can. Hopefully you guys enjoy them and appreciate them, and keep tuning in. Thanks.